Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Design. I am back with my Kelva Plan portion of my Franken Planner. So let's get going. I am not going to do goals with you guys this month. I'm going to do this privately. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the monthly, and I might just do it 1, 2, and 3. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these beautiful goodies, these goodies to the side. I do have on Tim Janice, if you weren't hearing the earlier, playing with me. And it is a YouTube channel that plays hymns, and I love it. It is so, the photography or cinematography is gorgeous, but it's just so relaxing and encouraging and all of that. So, whoops, I just dropped something, which... Tell you what, have you ever just had one of those days where you literally walk out the room and everything, or a bunch of things are on the floor and you're like, how did that even happen? How does that even, how? That's been my day. I have literally come in and picked things up and thought, that's not possible. That is not possible. But yes, it was. So I'm going to pull out the Planning a Life I Love by Kelva Plan or Heather Keller, and I'm pulling out some florals, seasonal florals. There we go. Okay, if you don't know, she does a lot of boxes and florals, which is totally my thing. I could not find that in other companies to the point that I was happy with it, and she fit the bill. And so I have just been really pleased with that. Her stickers, I try to find them on sale. I try to buy them, that way, because you guys know I'm so stinking cheap, but it doesn't always work that way. So, all right. But now I have quite a few of her goodies, so I can kind of just pick and choose. All right, so what I think I will do with you guys is I will put down a little bit for my planning for the month, my 3 goals, and that this section has to do with my with the planner, with the just crafting, the things I want to craft, things I want to get done. I'm kind of sad that this doesn't really coincide, the colors, because this is seasonal. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me think this through. I've got tons more here, so why am I using the wrong stickers for this particular planner? So, this is real life. So a lot of us pull things that we think, oh, we know it, it's going to be fine, it's going to be fine. And then we get in there and we're like, wait a minute, this is how it works in planning. If anybody tells you, oh no, it just falls into place, it just always just falls into, it doesn't fall into place sometimes. Sometimes you kind of have to, keep looking until you find what it is that you want. And you guys are getting a good, a good view of her planner stickers and all of that. So I do have the ones that came with the actual, maybe that's what I should be using. Hold on. They came with, I was hoping I could show off some of her others, because yeah, I'll pull these out. Because I like showing off all of her stickers. So you got to see some extras. Okay, monthly. I know, I was just being ornery. I know. Okay, so we've got this. So I'm going to go with this here, guys. Let me see. I just want some pretty boxed florals. And this isn't what I was thinking I wanted to do. So let me see. Maybe if there's some in the weekly. Let's see here. And it is not what I was wanting. I was wanting some of those really pretty big ones that she usually has. Okay, guys, what do? Do I give in and use what is there? Let me see. So now you see the process. You see the process, my sweet friends. Okay, I might go with that. Then I can bring in, let me see. So I know you're probably thinking, how many of these do you have? I like florals. I love florals. So I have a shelf here to the right that I just love using. And yeah. Okay. So let me see if I can find something that matches that. Ooh. That kind of goes. I mean, it's not quite. Let's see if there's anything else. Wait a minute. But I really love florals. It is, yeah, I love that. Okay, so I know what we're gonna do. It just takes me a minute because my brain is thinking of something else and it's not popping up. So, alrighty, so I'm gonna lay down these beautiful florals and let them be the background. It just, I love flowers, I love florals, and I love things like this. It just makes my day. I don't know why. And I literally, when I walked out of Trader Joe's this last week, when I was up there, we were up there, I was literally handed flowers, you know. And the interesting thing is our house has smelled amazing. You can smell it from a room away. I know. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it. I know it's 2023. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, but I'm going to leave maybe that open and think through what do I want to do. But I am so thankful that I have these extra options because, you know, it means something to me. I like the ability to choose and try new things and do new things and, you know, grab new things. Okay, so this is all monthly. We're going to let that go. And now let's see what we have here that might match. Because you know I'm not done. This is not enough florals, my friends. Yeah. I know you're laughing at me, but come on. There's never enough flowers. But oh goodness. And I kept telling my husband and daughter, I could have just, and my husband was like, you couldn't bring home any more flowers. I brought home herbs. I brought home, he was like, you were done. I said, I know, but I left some and I should have gotten XYZ. And now I wish, because these smell so good, I wish I would have picked up 2. And, you know, and he was just like, it'd be too much. But I'm going to plant them. I'm going to plant that outside. Plant the bulb when it finishes. I've got to read and make sure that I can do that. But I think I want to do this, but I don't know if I want to do all of this. Maybe I'll just build. That's what I'll do. I'll build. Anyway, so it was fun. I mean, I just love this time of year. It's spring. It's, and we've had some crazy weather, like so many, and it was freaky frightening. We definitely had something twisting in our pasture, or on our property, that picked up things and put them up on the roof of our house, and crazy. But we are here to say thank you, Lord. We are still kicking and doing our best, and that is that. So, ooh, can you hear those geese? Those little obnoxious geese. So I think I'm just going to start floating these here. Actually, I think I'm going to go over here, try to get it straight. But we definitely had some things up on our roof that should not be there. And we definitely had some things that went on our driveway that were in a pattern that were from the back pasture. So something, we definitely had some wind, and circular wind. But that's what happens when you live in the country. You know, when you've got pastures and nothing to stop it. That's what happens. So, anyways, we are very thankful. You know, I kept telling my husband, this is too much wind. We need to really be listening. And, you know, because we had been watching a movie, and I was like, hold on. We need to stop, hold on. And he was just like, what? And I told him, we have got to get some things. We gotta listen. So I think for this one, I'm just gonna go like this. Okay, so I've got my monthly goals. I think I had not planned to do it, but now they're done. Yay! Okay. I hope you like this. It's just taking what you like and building. It's not an exact match, but I do have the matches that I could kind of tie in. All right. Can you hear those guineas? Can you hear them? They can hear me. And that is what they are doing. Those little stinkers. They're telling me, why are you on there? You need to be talking to me. And yes, that is what they say. They are hilarious. Oh, those guineas. I love my guineas. I know people who say they don't like guineas, and my husband was one of them. He did not. He thought they were too loud. And they are. But they're the watchdogs. They're there telling you what's happening. And right now they're telling me, I can hear you and you are not coming out. Why are you not coming out? Why are you not listening to me? Okay, so I am putting these down because we will have spring break coming up here soon. And spring break for us is never like, woohoo, let's go have fun. Spring break for us is work your tail off. And that happens here on the property. It happens with just all the different things. So, and I was talking to my husband today about it and what we needed to make sure we get done. And so, you know, he was like, yeah. No, not really. He was like, yeah, you're right. So, but I could tell in his little heart, he was thinking, "Rrr." And he ordered me a new laptop today, guys. Woohoo! Now, my birthday was in January, and it was for my birthday. So, but in all fairness, I kept saying things like, I'm fine. I'll make do. It'll be fine. It's okay. Then I realized, no, I need a really good laptop. So that's what he got done. I mean, my laptop's terrible. I've literally been on 2 Zooms and couldn't even get the video up. And I mean, I've used it 100 bazillion times for these. You know, it's not like I don't know how to use Zoom. I do. I mean, so anyways, but I'm so excited. It's going to come this week. And he's very smart. He's literally in the old days wired whole offices for people as a part-time job when we were early with kids. And he not only wrote their code and designed their systems, he literally wired their offices back when we didn't have wireless. And so he is going to, because our son was saying, oh, you know, he helped me do research, and then he gave it to my husband. And he just kept saying, oh, well, you can get Daddy to do this and that. And it's not hard, Mom. It's not a problem, you know. Our son was so sweet. I just love that boy. He was so gracious at researching and asking me what I wanted, even with the battle. You know, I don't have the correct terminology. And I have that so crooked. Sorry, guys. He so sweetly put in hours and hours and hours and hours, and like he would send it to me in a text. I was like, honey, can you send it to me in an email? And you know, can you, well, I can't open the text thing, you know, and I'm sure I could, but I just couldn't see it well enough, you know, I'm just so blind. But he was so, yeah, sure, no problem, that's easy. And I was like, oh, that is so sweet. But I have so appreciated that, and his willingness to help when, you know, I sat and read, but I've also made big electronic boo-boos in the past, and then I don't have the knowledge to correct it. And then I have to go and take it to my husband and say, could you fix it? And then it's a lot of drama that I don't want. How did you do this? And why would you do that? And he's really pretty good, but he has done that before. I'm not gonna lie, it's happened. I've heard those words out of his mouth. So then I'm just like, okay, I can't do that anymore, you know. And so I get all like, you know, what is it, stage struck or whatever you want to call, fearful, and just like, okay, I won't do that anymore. I promise. I didn't know, kind of one of those things. But and the computer I have was my dad's, and it was pretty old because we had gone to get it for him. He wanted a certain kind of computer, and so my husband did all the research. He was so sweet about it and helped him. And of course, my dad loved when my husband would help him. They were thick as thieves, and my husband so respected my dad. My dad treated him well. He would just say, "You're my son." He loved him like a son, and that was such a gift, not only for my husband but for me. And my mother adored my husband too. She would go way out of her way to get him special things and make special things for him. And oh my goodness, I used to say, I'm your daughter. Where's mine? Which, this wasn't going to happen. But it was okay, because I had a grandmother who gushed all over me. So everybody deserves to have somebody in their life gush all over them. And my parents did that. They absolutely loved him for who he was. And they didn't impose on him critical thought or critical attitudes or mishigosh. They loved him and tried to help him, and would never tell him what to do. To my husband's frustration, he always wanted my dad to give him advice. And my dad was like, that's yours. This is your life. You have to make your decisions. He was not going to tell my husband ever what to do. I mean, ever. My husband would go to him. My dad's attitude was, I am a sounding board only. And you know what? As somebody who had to deal with the other side of that, how wonderful is it to have somebody in your life that is the sounding board for you and then not going to rake you over the coals later, So, and there's a lot to be learned from that. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, oh, there's so much for me to learn from that. But it just was a really unique relationship, and a blessing. And something that if you've never experienced it, you don't know what that's like. Unconditional love is a very rare gift in this world. And of course, I had my grandmother who more than unconditionally loved me. And, and I was very, very blessed. And I had a tremendous friendship with my dad and my mom. And, hence the reason, Daddy left me with lots of explicit instructions on how to take care of this, that, and the other, which some of it was great and some of it was just not doable. It just wasn't. It wasn't. And it took me so long to let it go. I just felt like I was failing him, and that just made me so stinking miserable. And, here's something that we have to, and I've told people this, you have to live with the decisions that you make long after they are gone. And can you live with it? And it took me a while to remember that. I mean, I've given those instructions to people in that situation when they've come to me and asked me, what do I do? And it's like, you have to be hereafter. You have to be able to live with the decisions you make. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. Sorry, the lights are really goofy right now because of the time of day. I absolutely love this. I'm trying to see if I have enough time. Yeah. So I'm going to skip this week, which I'm still in this week. I'm going to go to next week with you guys, and then I'll do the others later. And if you want me to, I can put it on blah, blah, whatever that is, Instagram. Yeah. Okay. So this is the weekly. Okay. I still have some of those left. I still love the blues, but I still have some of that pink, and I'm going to go with this. I mean, it's already over, but who says I can't use them? So pretty. Why not? Okay, guys. So here we go. Let's do it. So I am going to just kind of come in here and put some of these pretty stickers down. So this, if you guys are new, this is my crafting planner. And I was literally sitting today with my all-encompassing planner, trying to decide what is it that I really want to get done this week? What is it that I really want to focus on? What? And it was great. It was great. I mean, I just sat there going, oh, thank you, God. Because he brought a lot of things to mind. I have to do something for my husband on Monday. I have to make an appointment with the ortho, you know, just do some things that I need to do for my own health. Yeah. And, you know, my sister and I were talking. I was saying, you know, such and such and such and such is happening, and I'm just very frustrated by it. But you know what? We're getting things done. What am I doing? I'm just complaining. So I am just going to move forward, and I'm going to enjoy this journey, and I'm going to be thankful. And that's that. How's that? So I'm not going to go up here. I'm going to go right here because I think I'm going to put something right there. Okay. All right. Now, this week I want to. Yes, that is what I want to do. Okay, let's go with the red. Why not? Let's just go sticker crazy. What do you think, guys? Some days do you just feel like you just want to go sticker crazy? I do. I do. And I don't know why. But maybe because I've been labeling everything. I've been a labeling fool. I'm telling you now. Whoops. I have been a labeling fool. I literally have come back for about the 5th time and printed out more labels because I don't have enough. And there we go. See? So, I just keep going in, working, printing, you know. So, it's all good. It is all good. And I feel just so thankful that all this stuff is getting done. And it wasn't what I had planned, but God's plans are better than mine, that's for sure. So, okay, now there's that. Okay, so far I am liking that. Now, let's see. So, on Tuesday, everybody's going to be going and doing their thing, and I am, God willing, and the creek don't rise, hopefully going to get to do my thing. And I am excited. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'll go later in the week. But for right now, it just is so nice to be able to say, oh, I get to do my thing. I just get to do my thing. Oh, and I get really selfish with those days when it all gets moved around or something. I'm like, I need to do my thing, people. And my husband will always say, okay, I know we're taking up airspace. And I'm like, it's not that. It's that I like to turn on music like this. Nobody likes to hear this but me. And maybe you guys. I get to sit with my friends and craft or plan or do Bible study or just talk about the things of God. And that's how I see this time. And I really love my days. For so long, I raised kids and looked forward to the days when I would be kind of, without a few kids and on my own and, in the days, and my husband would be going into work, and that's just not how it's turned out. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I am. So there's my top 3 things. Maybe I should pull that down a little bit. So, because I already know, I'd love to get out to the office Monday and get everything, because my daughter's been moving this stuff out, but I really need her to finish the spare bedroom, and her idea of finished and mine they're 2 different things, and that's okay. But in order to impart what I'm thinking, I have to actually be here. And that's how that works, So, yeah, actually, I think I'm just going to do something like that. Guys, take your stickers and use them the way you want to use them. They are your stickers. You could cut these out if you wanted. You could cut those flowers out. Wouldn't that be pretty? Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you productive. Do what floats your boat. You know? I think that's what's important sometimes. We've just got to hang tight and do what we need to do, you know? Because I know if you're like me, this is all about making something pretty, making something encouraging, making something that you will be productive with, and find enjoying your journey. You know, just enjoy the journey. Okay, I'm trying to see. I think that is going to be way too big. And that's going to cover up my third square. Let me see if I can move it. I might be able to move it. If I can move it, I'm doing it. Because I'm going to move that top 3 one more time. Can you believe it? Hey, it happens. You know, you change your mind. You got to do what you got to do. So, and that's really good. This says a lot that these stickers will release, that they will come up even after you've had them down a few minutes. So, I am very happy about that. We are putting it to the test, aren't we? Okay. So, I can just take it like that. And I am happy. Okay, here we go. And now they're all kind of connected, and I even like that better. I wouldn't have thought of that. Clearly. So, I love that. That's pretty. Okay, let's put some pretty flowers down. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to use any more of those flowers, but maybe not. But this week I've got to get the office in order because I want to go up there. I've got everything ready out there for me to film, except for that we moved everything out. Oh, sorry guys, I got an alarm going off. We moved everything out in the, what used to be the old craft room. And we put most of it in storage, but storage can get hot, and I didn't want to take a chance with a lot of the stuff. And so I just kind of gave her blanket if it's ink, if it's, you know, basically if it's meltable. Oh my goodness, isn't that beautiful? Ooh, I love that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so we're going to keep going. We're going to use up all these flowers. Maybe all but one. But anyway, so I've got to go through every one of those massive boxes. And then I think I am going to box up all my shipping boxes that I've saved. And those can go into storage very easily. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at in this process. For all my Canadian friends out there. I've just got to get a grip on it, if that makes any sense. I was going to put one of these here. I think I still will. Okay, hang with me. Hang with me. So, and if I get a gap on Monday, I will go out there. I don't like being out there doing heavy-duty stuff if nobody is at home. So Tuesday, that won't be that day. It would have to be Wednesday. And just because going in and out of that building is kind of scary. There's a ramp and a rail and whoops. Are we still going? I think, are we still videoing? I can't tell. I am not sure. I think we still are. Okay. Well, that's good because we're almost done. But there is a very scary step there that if I'm carrying anything, I don't want to take a header. So I didn't even use that. I'm totally happy. Okay, guys, that is it for my weekly. This next week, can you see it? Let me get this out of the way so you can see that. So I use the weekly florals by Keleva Planned. I use the monthly florals by Keleva Planned. And I think I may have used a little bit of the realistic florals. I'm not sure. But, okay, so there is this week. Okay. And then there is last week I'll do, and I'll put it on Instagram. And there is last week. I mean, the month, pardon me. Guys, it's going to be a good month. I love March. It's all about the garden. It's all about projects. It's all about spring cleaning. I know, isn't that bizarre that I would be happy? But I am. I'm excited. All right, friends, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, we'd love to have you. And hit that notification bell, tell you every time something comes up. And if you would like, please share this with anybody and encourage them. All right, friends, I pray your days blessed, creative, and lovely. I love you guys. But more importantly, God loves you so much more. And keep serving him well. I wish you could see what I'm looking at. This little tiny bunny in a field of flowers cleaning its little nose. It's so sweet. Anyways, watch Tim Janice here on YouTube. Okay, friends, I'll talk to you soon. I love you. And yeah, have a great week. All right, guys, make something pretty.